What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pick Central on the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube channel. Excited to be back at the Barstool office today, and got the usual cast of characters. First of all, Marty Mush, what's up, bud? Welcome. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. I saw you, and people probably thought I was being mean. I was a great tweet by you, welcoming yourself back to the office. That's an unreal tweet. It is. I love it. He just said, "Welcome back to the Barstool."
Yeah,
office.
it was
Like
first day
someone
back.
else tweeted at it.
Yeah, it's first day back. It's
I
positive.
love it. No, I love it.
I don't know. You always.
I find
I don't know what you. Yeah. You
Very
definitely.
funny.
Yeah, you're entertained by my Twitter. I don't know if it's good or bad sometimes.
It's good.
Well,
It's good.
Funny
I
thing
promise.
is, and it's really not that funny anymore, but you're the only person that can get away with that
Yeah.
and still be endearing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why I love it. Because like if Smitty did that, I'd be like, "What's wrong? What's this guy doing?"
1000%.
But I
I'd be
know how you're doing. Like I know what you're doing. That's why I find it so funny. In a nice way. I'm not.
No, I don't take offense to it at all. Until I get called out, negatively for it, I'm gonna keep it rolling. Smitty, what's up, man? Welcome. Hung out with you a bunch in Vegas.
Yeah. The Cracking Aces boys, we're back now, and little bit of a fun week. I might have to go back this weekend for the Tournament of Champions.
Yeah,
but
Smitty made the Poker All-Star game.
yeah, if you win a World Series of Poker bracelet or a circuit ring in the year 2022, get invited back for the Tournament of Champions, which is a $1 million free roll. So I might go back. I was leaning towards no once I got back because I'm a little fatigued after 10 days in the desert and coming out with basically just my dick in my hand after having a huge stack. But we'll probably be back out for the All-Star game.
The question is, you can stay married and go back there.
Yeah.
That was the question, and the answer is yes. She's actually encouraging me to go back out, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's always a plus.
That's a winner. After 10 days of being a single mom, and she's just like, you have a chance to do something special again for the Tournament of Champions, like try to do it. Not going to lie, the $1 million kind of helps too, but
Yeah, definitely helps.
awesome,
So basically,
awesome life.
you guys did a great job, by the way. I was invested, and that's when you know, because I don't watch poker at all, and I kept seeing your guys' updates, which was awesome. And you guys basically did take over poker. So basically, the end, you just got to get better at poker.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
basically what
I think there's an
it
element
comes
to it.
down
You
to.
just got to get better cards.
Hey.
Too. Like I
Well,
give
obviously.
him some credit.
I think the
What do you
honest.
mean? I just gave him the credit.
I'll give.
Don't come in here fucking doing a golf thing yesterday. Don't get me upset.
We're anti-cops now.
What?
We're anti-cops. Raise money for the cops.
Anti-cops? What are you talking about?
The outing raise money for the cops. We're anti-cops now.
Don't do that.
Back the blue.
Don't do, my dad. You know my dad's one.
Vote red.
What's up, Rico? How are you?
What's up?
I like the
Good.
mustache.
Thank you. Yeah.
How long you been? I've noticed you've been. How long you had it going?
As long as Top Gun's in theaters, I'm gonna keep it going.
I actually went. And
Everyone knows I back the troops.
I went and saw after I busted the main. I was trying to get my mind off poker, and I went and saw Top Gun Maverick.
It's good, right?
It was awesome,
Yeah.
man. Especially in the theater
Jesus
with the
Christ.
sound.
What are we doing?
I thought it was
What are
amazing.
we doing? I just
It's like poop.
it's nice
on
to
your
you before
lip.
break. You come at me.
It's a good stash.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Hey,
working.
you got a nice push broom.
It's all right.
Soup strainer.
It's not bad. It's itchy as fuck, though.
Stay away from schools.
Thank you. Just made that joke 12 times on hot ice.
He's not allowed to go to the Little League World Series with that thing.
So, Bev, how are you?
Mincy, I feel good. I'm glad the boys are back.
Glad to be back.
Well,
see
so
y'all.
with the tournament, is it still going on?
Yeah. So today is day.
I wish you were still out there, but I'm glad to see you.
It's day 6. They're down to 125 people. I'll just publicly say it. We're cheering hard for my boy Michael Rocco.
Okay.
Got a little piece there. We could, let's hope he wins. Got a little financial interest there. But yeah, they're down to day 6. I mean, it's nitty gritty now. First is $10 million this year. Got 8,663 entrants.
Dan Smith's still in it, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ugh.
They're ball. Yeah, they're yeah.
When
They're,
does it get picked up on like TV? I know none of these.
so it's changed. So CBS
weird with
Sports. It's
CBS.
not ESPN anymore. It's
Yeah.
CBS Sports, which honestly is not the best. But CBS Sports, basically, Poker Grow does all the streaming, like what y'all saw live, and then CBS Sports will be airing it, I guess, in a month or two, something like that. But yeah, it was fun Vegas trip. Smitty definitely represented the brand the best. I'll be honest, I played poker like 5 times this year, and that's no excuse, but probably need to play a little more if I'm going to compete at the highest level, but at least I've been busy with other stuff. I'm still, honestly, Now that it's a few weeks after, I still don't freaking believe the Ole Miss Omaha thing. That was some of the craziest shit I've ever seen. How did that happen? 64th team in the tournament, and then Walker and State winning last year.
That's just what Barstool does.
What
It
the?
literally is.
You gotta
What?
deal with the devil.
Little brother goes and gets a title. Big brother's got to come back the next year.
I don't
Glad
think,
you came back.
Brandon's been back since Ole Miss's championship.
Well, State, I mean, the one thing State had over Ole Miss is gone now. And I always said State had the traditional baseball program, the title. You know, on the football field, they're getting crushed in recruiting and everything by Lane. Baseball is their one thing they had. And now to win the title a year after just cuckles them.
It's a lot like Barstool. We hired a Mississippi guy, and then we went and got a better one.
Well, that's part of the thing. One of my favorite
Sequel can be better.
One of my favorite quips from Ben Mintz during the entire World Series of Poker was he was sitting next to Phil Ivey, who's the greatest poker player of all time. He's a superstar in the world, and he's explaining to him what Barstool Sports is and what he does at Barstool and why people are so fixated on him. And I believe the direct quote was Barstool hired me to be the Southern guy and came in here and finally got a Southern guy.
They need a Southern presence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it.
It was spot the lie, you know?
Isn't Ivy a little nuts?
We
too,
had no
though?
SEC representation.
Isn't Ivy a little nuts?
So he's lower key. So the thing with Ivy, he might be, but he hates media and all the cameras and stuff. And so y'all know, obviously, I run my mouth more than most. But I made a lot of small talk with him, but try to be respectful of the space.
Oh, fuck that. You're playing a game.
Yeah. But, I mean, I talked to him a lot. He was
Get
cool.
in his head.
No, he was
Should've been
cordial.
yammering the whole time.
Yeah, no, he was cool. He was cordial. He was pretty cool. But he didn't know who Barstool was because he's not the biggest media internet guy. But he couldn't believe he was like, what the hell is going on when he saw me on the graphic with him, and he's like, who the F is this guy?
You might have.
Basically, what he was thinking.
Yeah, no, you could definitely tell in his eyes.
Yeah, he's just like, who is this? And then the pick where he's staring me down.
Yeah.
It's just unreal.
Minty, you may have, Brandon, he makes fun of you, you always out of the office traveling. He's been traveling now for a month. I think you might have killed him.
Might have killed.
I think you might have killed Brandon Walker. How's that feel?
What dive bar is he streaming from?
Yeah. Why is he on today?
It's like somebody's garage, yeah.
Little smoke box.
What a scene.
What kind of fancy water are you drinking?
Oh, you like that? It's good water. Path water.
You get it on the path, like on the train?
Oh, it's called path water. A little SpongeBob action.
Is it water or is it like sparkling water?
It's water.
Okay, it's water.
Feel it. It's
So
nice.
normal
no?
H2O?
Yeah, I don't like plastic. I don't want to put it into
Electrolytes
the water.
guy?
Be honest, you take that cap
Electrolytes
off, that
water?
could be anything. That could be sunscreen. That could be fucking foam soap for the kids.
First thing I thought of.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Smells like water.
it's good water. There's a bunch of them.
Could be anything.
What? So y'all have a good 4th of July break. Everybody refreshed
Fantastic.
here.
Beautiful time, Mincy. It
Beautiful?
really was. It was beautiful.
Nice. Get some beach in.
I went to Aruba.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Aruba.
Nothing more American than leaving the country on the 4th of July.
Yeah,
Good job, Marty.
yeah. I gave a fuck.
What? So I guess this is that weird time of year where you start daydreaming of football, and every tweet is 53 days to college football, and it's just nonstop. Are y'all starting to wrap y'all's head around that? I mean, I'm starting to mentally no.
Yeah, I think it's 45.
There you go.
45, 46, something like that.
Start looking at the schedules.
August 27th is
getting excited about Thursday night games.
week 0?
Yeah, week 0 is August 27th.
Are there any good games week 0?
Not really. I think
Last year there was 2.
I think I remember.
There's a couple Big Ten that aren't Northwestern plays somebody in the Big Ten.
Do you know what the best game of week 1 might actually be? Is
Ohio State, Notre Dame, right?
Well, yeah, on paper. But, and obviously Georgia, Oregon. I think Houston, UTSA is a fucking great game.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's week 1. Those two teams coming off. Pretty sure it's week 1. It's definitely early. But those two teams are, really, you talk about mid-majors, that's one to keep your eye on.
Yeah, that should be a hell of a matchup. UTSA
Vince
had a
doesn't
great.
seem
No,
so-
UTSA had a
This
fucking.
is Ohio State, Notre Dame.
No, I just didn't realize.
I'm pretty sure you
I hadn't looked into it that hard, but UTSA had a hell of a year last year.
So did Houston.
Houston lost one game.
I know, yeah. So,
Till Cincinnati.
yep.
I don't know. I'm starting to mentally get my head around it. I've been following all the baseball too. I mean, now people are claiming the Yanks have starting. There's no way.
They're
what is-
fine.
Yeah,
It was
you
some
win. You're
natural
winning
regression.
70% of your game.
Yeah, it was 61-25. They're a little tired right now, and there's All-Star break.
Ready for the
a
All-Star
reason.
break.
Yeah, 100%. We're playing the Red Hot Reds right now, but
No, the start. It was just something we talked about a little bit yesterday. It's just natural regression. You just can have
And win
Tyone,
them all.
Montgomery, Cortez, all just with like 2 ERAs. Like that wasn't sustainable
every
for the whole
team
season.
that has won the World Series in the past couple of years have made incredible trade deadline. The Braves last year they got Duvall, they got Rosario, like
Soler.
they got so many people at the deadline. The year before, the Dodgers got fucking everybody. The Dodgers got Scherzer and Turner last year. Like the Yankees, they need to see it and make
Castillo, Benintendi.
Luis Castillo.
But it's always you need the like you have to have the cupcake, you have to have the icing, and you got to get those. It needs to be sprinkles for that. Like goes back a long time. I'm saying you just need the foundation. The Mets when they got Cespedes was like sprinkles. Like we were a good team. You got to get the sprinkles. So it's interesting, and there's very few teams who were.
Is he still in the league?
No. He fucked up. He had the horse thing, and I'm telling you right now, do not mention that to Frank. But yeah, he cost himself through like a lot of money, or he's probably still getting paid with the baseball. Who knows? He violated his contract, but either way, you see those deals forever. Guys make deals at the deadline. The one thing we said on Hot Ice: if you're not a baseball guy or you want to get in, Ben, the wild card race on both sides.
Unreal.
There's 8 teams in the American League within 4.5 games, and there's 6 in the National League within 3 of the wild card spots, including the Marlins and Texas Rangers. Like late night.
I saw the Orioles thing. Like
there's a lot of
games. The Orioles 400 to 1.
Have the network on, like check it out. There's gonna be a lot of meaningful bait. Now some of these teams are gonna fade. That's the way it goes. But there are a lot of teams competing for these wild card spots, and a lot of teams who haven't been good. The Mariners, the Orioles, Marlins. Like there's a lot of teams in the mix, so it's gonna be a fun break once we get back from
Big Cat Sneaky could be a genius from that because the Orioles I don't think they will, but if they somehow find themselves in a wild card spot, that hedge.
If they just win,
Easiest
if
hedge
they
ever.
win the wild card game, massive hedge.
Oh yeah,
Like guaranteed big profit.
I mean, good
And
for
it's
him.
very
Yeah.
in arm's reach right now for sure.
Obviously, they're 7 in a row they've won.
8?
So it's
8, 11 out of 12, I think.
Yeah, obviously this is the hottest they've ever been, but their lineup is good.
Cedric Mullins is a beast.
Trey Mancini's insane. Like they're all there. I was looking at their on base percentage too. They're all like it's very, very good.
They've got a legit lineup. The lineup is for real.
How crazy will it be if 5 teams from fucking that division make the play?
So that shows you. That shows you why the wild
crazy.
card.
Dude, all five of the teams in the AL East are
All 5 teams in the AL are in the mix.
No, I know they're in the mix, but isn't it? There's 3 wild
I think
card
only
teams?
4
There's only
can
4
make
that
it.
can make
Only 4 can make it, but I'm saying all 5 in the mix all the way
They're-
down, right to the end.
I mean, they're in
There's 3 division winners and how many wild cards?
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah,
and they're in last place in the division.
Yeah.
I think they're 2 games out of the wild card. They're 4 back of the Red Sox.
Yeah, it's crazy.
3 teams
Second
in the wild
place.
card are the Blue Jays, Rays, and Red Sox, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, and then
Mariners are up there now.
Mariners are.
Guardians are in the
I
mix.
think Mariners might actually be ahead of the Blue Jays right now.
Mariners
like
and
tied,
they
maybe?
rotate. Like
The White Sox are in serious jeopory of just flaming out if they
are.
haven't already.
I think they might have already.
They're-
Do they still
Their
have
bats are
heaps
just-
of injuries?
They're in and out. They're a fucking joke.
But their big bats, like Abreu, hasn't been good. Like
He hasn't.
Moncada hasn't been good.
Hasn't.
Like
They're talking about Moncada being the biggest bust in Chicago history.
It's crazy. Like a lot of their big hitters have just been like having very down years.
it's tough.
Hate to see it.
Wild card right now is Red Sox, Rays, and then the Mariners and Toronto are tied.
Yeah. So Toronto, like, who do you think is more likely?
Do you think they'll get it going? I know how high you were on them going into the year.
Yeah, I think they'll be okay. They're definitely not doing what, but the Yankees are playing out of their minds. So I think the Blue Jays will be okay. Who do you think is going to make the playoffs? Because they're both kind of like floundering, and the Padres do have the injuries. Who do you think is more likely to make the playoffs, the Blue Jays or the Padres?
Blue Jays.
Yeah.
I think they'll both be in the playoffs, but I
Okay.
think Blue Jays.
Well, the Padres.
Blue Jays are just
Blue Jays.
they're insanely talented.
Yeah, I got you.
And they have Gosman, who's like in Cy Young race again.
What's
after
been the Blue
losing
Jays'
Ray.
problem this year? I mean, they're not bad.
I think they have a problem.
No,
They're
it's
just
just
really, really high.
Starting pitching hasn't been as good as.
definitely hasn't.
Me and Carl disagree. Me and Carl both said the Padres. I think the Padres.
I just think there's
I mean,
less.
part of it
teams-
is-
Maybe the Padres because it's easier in the NL.
I do think
No, that
there's
was a
less
part of my-
threats in the NL.
That was
I
a
really
part
do.
of my reasoning.
Also, is Tatis coming back at all?
That's what I was going to
in
ask.
August.
I think because I thought he was supposed to. I don't know what the current situation is with that right now.
That team is
But
very
also,
beatable.
I think just the 2 things for me was one, just I don't love their starting. Like Gosman's great, but outside of him, I haven't loved it, and he's obviously.
Manoah's awesome.
I don't know, of course, but I'm saying like the guys like Ryu has just been. Or did he even get hurt? I feel like he's kind of been like out of like
Yeah, Barrios has been.
Barrios
Barrios has been bad.
Great
Like
now.
I don't know, like Kikuchi, obviously his name.
Yeah.
He has been great. And also the Mariners are weird. Like Robbie Ray's starting to pitch good. Logan Gilbert's been like almost Cy Young-esque the last like couple months. So I think they might have some like they're not as sexy on paper, especially like the lineup, but they're sneaky. Like Jolie Rodriguez is incredible.
Oh, he's
Like,
he's unbelievable.
I think they like obviously like Ty France has been like one of the bigger snubs for the All-Star game in a while. He's batting almost 350.
Him and Zach Wheeler. The Blue Jays lineup, though, I have a feeling they're going to really turn it on.
I think they're a team to make a move too.
Blue Jays?
Yeah, I think
need
for
to.
sure.
Talk about the
Definitely
cake
need
and the
to.
icing. I think they need.
Yeah,
they can make.
they have everything there. Just they've just been the pitching's been struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
I gave Big Ev you would think a Frank stat yesterday. When's the last time Dom Smith hit a home run?
I actually was listening to the episode yesterday on the way in today. Yeah, it's been like a year. You said or
year.
something. It's
It was like
A
July
year.
21st or something.
And I was also right. I mean, Scherzer pitched yesterday, which obviously one of the best pitchers. Robinson Cano, 2 for 3. He's
That was that Cano
gonna
thing
be
was
so
so
good.
off against the Mets. There was no way that wasn't happening.
But again, like him coming against Scherzer, 2 for 3, like you know he's gonna have a big hit this.
Yeah, but you know we had to get rid of Cano though, right?
No, I
No one-
understand.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
know
got
that,
it.
but it's just
You
funny.
know-
Should never have
1,000%.
signed him.
Look who's making
Yeah.
the fucking All-Star game is fucking Darno. Or Darno wins a ring.
Darno's just I don't understand.
It's
how
good.
he's good.
That's how it's
don't
gonna work.
understand.
Very good.
What's his face? The redhead out in Turner for the
Justin
Dodgers
Turner.
was a dog for the Mets. Dog. He stunk. Now he's it's just how it goes.
Just
It
need to
is
be
how-
home.
Guys leave and that's how it goes.
I'm looking at updated odds to win the World Series on the Barstool Sports book. I'm just curious. So Yankees 4-1 makes sense. Dodgers 9-2. Astros plus 575. Braves 8-1. Mets 8-1. Those are all the 5 big favorites. Okay.
I still really like the Astros.
Okay.
Astros, though, win the AL? Yes. Though to win it all? Man, Dusty Baker.
Fair, I got you. But I do think there's a little bit. I say that even hating the Yankees, and the Yankees aren't that hateable this year of their personnel. We need a Yankees-Astros ALCS. I think that's really, really good for
it's-
baseball. Like, put it all to bed, and
Yeah.
hey, maybe a fucking fist fight. Shit talking in the papers. Like, put him in there. Give me a good 7-game series with those two.
Those
Let it all hash out.
non-hateable. Like the Yankees are always gonna be hateable, but like I understand what you're saying. Did you see like Matt Carpenter is fucking insane?
Fuck that guy.
He is. Do you know what he did? Like he sent like basically like when you're in AAUs, you send out a highlight tape of like, hey, I can still do this, and the Yankees are the only ones that answered him.
Chuck said he has more home
Isn't that
runs.
crazy?
He has more
Premise-
home runs in
The
80
premise of the
at-bats.
Adam Sandler movie that just came out.
I didn't watch it yet, but still,
The
but like,
Chuck said in 80 at-bats, Matt Carpenter has more home runs than any White Sox player.
yeah, no, Matt Carpenter is like he almost
Really?
should be in the All-Star game.
I hated Matt Carpenter
He's
because
been unbelievable since he's been on the Yankees.
no batting
He's almost
gloves.
batting like 300.
I know he's having a good year, but I didn't know he had in 80 games
Dude,
more than the
he-
White
yes,
Sox.
home
That's
run every game.
crazy.
No,
I'm
Also,
a big fantasy analytical guy, especially when I make my gambling plays and stuff. And back when I was doing daily fantasy a lot, every single day when he played for the Cardinals, Matt Carpenter was like the most elevated player to play, and every single day he would go like over 5. Like just a brutal day. Bat like 190.
I didn't know he was like he's about to be 37. But like the fact that he just was like sending tapes and being like, "Hey, I could still play," and the Yankees like, "Oh, I'll answer." I always said I love a guy with no batting gloves. I really do.
It does feel
It
like
feels better.
raw and classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like back.
Like
to
he's
the,
definitely pissing on his hands like Posada.
He's got made in
going.
the shade. The juice will wear off sometime in August. He'll get hurt, and the Yankees will win a World Series, and he'll be on the boat.
Yeah. Oh.
That is one thing I will say, like, because Cashman's gotten a lot of shit over the last few years. The one thing he has been good at is making moves like that. Like, even if the big moves haven't worked out, he's been so good at finding those little pieces for
LeMayu.
like LeMayu, even like Didi after Jeter left, like just like guys like that. Like he's been good at finding those like plug-in guys that have had.
You know, Didi doesn't have a home run yet this year.
That's crazy. Like he was
In
Nuts.
Philly?
I loved him.
It's great.
In Philly?
He's been hurt a fair amount, but like he's been playing enough to like
Yankees-
pull one out once in a
The
while.
Yankees need shorts.
You could hit a home run in Philly by accident in that fucking bandbox.
It's tough.
I got a question. So if you were looking at long shots, just looking at these odds, I'm just curious who y'all would like if you had to take long shots.
What are the Cardinals at?
That's that. I was going to add that. They're 28-1, and that's the one I'm going to add. Just because I also like their championship, their pedigree, and they always peak late in the year. I feel like they can get momentum. They've got pretty good pitching.
I think they're going to win that division too. I know the Brewers are good, but I think they're going to.
Okay, so 20-1 or higher. Brewers 20-1, Rays 27-1. They always do well in the playoffs. Cardinals 28-1, Red Sox 33-1, White Sox 36-1, Twins 40-1, Phillies 41-1.
The Rays have been struggling as of late.
They put a 10 spot on the Red Sox yesterday, but that's one game.
Yeah, but they got swept by the Reds, which is like a problem.
Yeah,
but like
that's not good.
the Rays, like I'm usually I would usually kind of be a little afraid of the Rays. I'm not afraid of the Rays anymore this year. I mean, Glass now is not pitching, but it's still, I don't know. I'm not like, do you agree with that? Like, you're not that worried about him?
It's not the same
that
feeling. I would agree. I mean, all that, like, McClanahan's like got a decent shot at the Cy Young, but they're just a team that I may not fear them the same way, but they're just a tough out in the playoffs because they have such good pitching. They have the good starting pitching.
They just play phenomenal defense.
Every single year,
baseball.
They will have two guys in their bullpen that you've never heard of before this year.
Oh yeah,
that are just lights out.
Yeah, and
they are phenomenal at finding these bullpen guys, these arms, developing them. I don't even know what they're just so good at. They just always have good pitching. So pitching just wins in the playoffs.
And late in the game, this was a stat last year. When trailing by 1 run after 6 or 7 innings, they won at a historic rate last year. Like, they're just that kind of ball club that's always going to fucking...
The lineup isn't crazy on paper, but they just have, like, guys that'll come up with clutch hits.
I'll say what the Yankees did is, too, like, getting Clay Holmes from the Pirates, who Clay Holmes was dog shit on the Pirates, and then now he's, like, the best closer in baseball, is crazy.
Yep.
Whoever their pitching coach is works, works magic.
Can anybody figure out why Benintendi went to the Pirates?
Royals.
No. Didn't they just? It's been a long day.
It's 12 o'clock.
Didn't Benintendi just get traded to the Pirates?
No, he was playing for the Royals yesterday.
I would know if he got.
I could have sworn. All right, then I could have sworn I saw that trade rumor.
Nope.
Why would the Pirates be trading?
I think to flip him. I saw it on Twitter. All right, now I'm gonna get abused.
And the Royals would just flip that way. They would just make.
I know. I don't know.
The Yankees want him bad. We want to basically fill Gallo's spot.
I could have sworn they went to the Pirates.
What were the Phillies' odds to win it all? I'm sorry.
41-1.
41-1.
And I also
they are playing pretty damn well without Bryce Harper, and he's coming back.
What was the All-Star game? Why did they not get Wheeler in? What happened?
He just got snubbed.
Is it? They still have the rule where every team gets one player.
Every team has to get one.
Oh, and that ends up snubbing somebody a lot.
Schwarber and Harper both made it for the Phillies, and Schwarber just announced that he's in the home run derby. Awesome home run derby pick, no matter what.
I saw Pete Alonso's back in it, and Ronald Acuna.
Fuck Alonso.
Alonso's doing it because he literally needs the money.
That's true. He's on the rookie contract.
It's crazy.
I hope Stanton does it.
Okay, here's how I got.
Where's the All-Star game at?
It's a fake account.
You got faked account?
While scrolling. New York.
No, it's a good fake account.
New York Porch Sports. It looks like New York Post.
They get a lot of people.
Yo, Brian Reynolds
every
for
day.
Andrew
Pirates.
Benintendi.
Why would the Pirates get Benintendi?
That's what I asked. You act like I didn't. Like
that's something I would look into.
I didn't know the Listen,
that's when I stop at
2 + 2 is 5, and I go, that don't make sense. You're acting like I was like, yeah, 2 + 2 is 5. I knew it was.
But when you see that, I would click. I'm like, wait, this is something. Like, this is a crazy trade.
It's like John Voight's car. It's not believable enough to look into it, but it's believable enough.
I got fake
like the main guy that everyone's talking about. Like, they want him, and then the Pirates got him.
It's a very convincing.
Imagine
fake
how confused I was on a Sunday.
It's
with
a very
2 high noons in them.
Yeah, they do this often and get people all the time.
Why I pointed at you, Big Ev? Because yesterday I asked a question. Because my favorite thing to do with the Yankees is when Cole sucks, you just sit on the couch being like, $300 million for this guy. Why the fuck? No matter what, he could be the best. Or like when Lindor strikes out, $300 million for this guy. Who has actually lived up to their contract of that? And that's why I pointed, because Bryce Harper has definitely had
already.
It's
Yeah.
well,
Pujols has not.
He counts, but it's just early. Like, he has so far 100%.
Okay, if he dies tomorrow or gets hurt or says,
but I'm just saying that because our talk was like, say like a guy like Pujols, where like the first few years you're good, but then all of a sudden you're 37. You're older.
If he
You don't have
keeps
the
up,
same pop.
if he keeps up this trajectory, obviously there's going to be a fallout when he's 50. He's still playing under the same 20-year contract. But if he keeps up this trajectory over the next 5 years, easily worth it. If they end up winning a win.
I think it's
winning
pretty.
a ring,
His is pretty worth it. Like already,
Absolutely.
obviously.
you could
compared to like Rendon, who
Rendon's
made
the-
similar money.
about him.
Are you kidding me?
he's horrible. He just got
Honestly,
lucky.
you
that
could
he
say
was
like
good
a
last year.
Machado. It's early as well.
Machado's
But
pretty early.
Different environment though.
Yeah,
Like he doesn't have to do much.
Lindor is no.
What, you think people are in San Diego are paying attention to Manny Machado and giving him shit?
I understand.
But I mean,
what
I'm
you're
just talking
saying,
about
but
his
I've
play on the
forgotten about
field.
Machado.
I'm just strictly talking about his play in the field relative to his contract. I understand the Philly market is stronger than San Diego.
Yeah, like Cole obviously is like he's not living up to it, but he kind of is. It's just that the Yankees are very. He better have a 1 ERA every.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things.
Well,
where
more than
anytime he
anything,
goes 8 innings, no earned, it's like, oh, he's supposed
Like
to.
if you look at his regular,
No,
it's
season
literally like, oh,
stats,
that's what we paid
his
for.
regular season stats. Yes, but then he hasn't hit the big game. He's just been. He's
Well,
not living up to that big
I
game.
was gonna say it's
What's
this
what you
simple.
pay him for?
If he had won the wild card game in Fenway last year, I would say yes, he lived up to it.
Yeah, I mean he technically
stunk,
is,
so I'd
but
say
he's
no.
not. But there's like a lot of people that you would say like Pujols, no, Lindor, no, right now.
Like he's having he's having a good year though.
Lindor's not.
Lindor.
He's
He's got like 60 something RBIs.
He's batting like 240.
Yeah,
don't
but I mean,
care. He's-
the power
Lindor
numbers
Hasn't been a
though.
disaster. He's been pretty good.
But that's not.
Yeah.
Lindor. I know
I think though.
Lindor should be batting.
I
about
get the argument
270, 280.
I get the argument you're saying.
No, but it's not an
I think-
argument. We
No,
have
I'm just
to-
saying. I think that at a certain point, nobody can live up to that money. Like it's,
No,
it's
no.
fucking monopoly money.
It's
you know what I mean?
more like there's a lot of just bad ones. There's not a lot of like, oh,
Yeah.
they're pretty mediocre. They had a good year, bad year. It's like there's just a lot of like, holy shit, we paid this guy. And then we're talking about Ohtani. Bro, that guy's going to have to get paid as a pitcher and a hitter. And think about Trout. We said his contract's $400 million. Cole is $300. Does this guy get, like, is he going to get the highest thing ever?
Probably not, because he probably is only secluding himself to like the West Coast.
I don't. Do the Angels have to pay him? Like, is that a guy you can leave?
They had to pay Trout, and they paid him.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I think
Where
the
it's
Angels
like-
should be looking at it on the flip side. What would the hole be for Ohtani? Like it's one of
I
the.
think his Angels have Moreno that money.
Trade.
That owner has
you
money
can't
though.
win. Like it's been proven, they can't win with the two best players. Like
No,
just fucking make a trade and see.
I thought about it, but then I was like, I don't think
Nobody
you can-
has the assets that match that.
I don't think
That's
you
the
can create
problem,
a
you know what I
trade
mean?
that's worth him. Yeah.
Like you can sell yourself. on.
He's worth two players.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Two good players, really good players.
Really good players.
I just don't think the Angels. I don't know. It's like having really nice gloves. The Angels have no hands. Like it's like yeah, okay, that's nice, but you have nothing to like. You can't win. So
Mike Trout has.
Somebody didn't like that analogy.
I did not.
Yeah.
really nice gloves. You have no hands. What do you mean? It's a useless thing.
I agree, it's a useless thing, but I just cannot equate that to any real life scenario.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, speaking of that,
Sorry.
Is this one going over my head?
What a
Go-
transition.
Air it out. It's the first day back. Air it out.
Who has no hands but is trying to use gloves?
Well, I think he more meant like
That's my point of how
say-
dumb that is.
I'd say
Imagine
more-
a guy walking
more
into
like,
a glove store with no hands.
I'd say more like a wide receiver in a high school football team that has the best gloves you can buy, but he just can't catch a football for shit.
That's more than the no hands.
Yeah.
That I understand.
I thought that's
no
what-
hands.
No, he's proving my point.
No, the
how
no-
ridiculous would it be if you're a glove salesman, a guy walks in, he's got no hands?
Yeah, but using.
Yeah, that's
but
what
Trout
I'm
and
saying. That's
Ohtani-
not real life scenario.
You Trout and Ohtani are useful for the Angels.
Show me a person with no hands that's ever attempted to buy gloves.
Speaking of guys,
y'all see the guy, the little leaguer
Yes.
with the 11. Yeah, that's what you're about to bring up. The one-armed little league guy pimping the homer.
Bro,
the
he
11
hits
Unbelievable.
bomb.
Dude, that was unreal.
I didn't even.
He hit the
Can I
shit
be
out of
honest?
that baseball.
I didn't read the caption. I saw the. I didn't even know he had one hand, one arm. I did. That's how good he is. I had no idea he had one arm. It's his back.
So, but he's got. So it's his left. Like
He kind
He
of
got
like
his
he
lead
kind of has
arm.
he kind of has
has
enough of the
torque.
back arm that he's able to use it to kind of just like stabilize the bat.
Yeah.
And it's all like just one
He,
arm.
has,
pretty
he uses
much.
his torque. It was a fucking bomb.
He ripped it.
Where's
over
he
the
from?
wall.
Zah, do y'all have this video? Of,
He hasn't hit my
you have
report.
the
We
little
can't- we
leaguer
don't
with
have
one
a
arm.
Sling.
Yeah, we can't shot.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Kid from the
Like-
Cape threw a no-hitter. I got that report.
When's the Little League World Series starting?
August.
You excited?
I just want to talk to the director about the umps. It's unfair to the kids, but yeah, I think it's unintentional comedy. I think it's very fun baseball to have on. Guy goes from first to home on the fucking infield hit. It's a lot of fun.
All right, we need to get this in real quick. Skrill, the best digital wallet for gamblers because it was built for gamblers. Sophisticated gamblers use it to manage their bankroll, whether they are playing games like poker or betting on their favorite sports. They manage their bankroll using the wallet, which allows them to pay instantly and securely. It's payments without limits, basically. That would be pretty convenient for poker. You can access your bankroll with instant deposits and withdrawals and also draw the cash using your prepaid card. Let's just say Skrill is the best digital wallet for sports bettors, so it's a no-brainer to create your free account right this instant. Sign up at Skrill.com/Barstool to create your free account and complete the account verification by clicking Follow the Game after registering, so you can start using their Skrill digital wallet today. Smitty, I'm sure that would help everybody in Vegas with that 4th of July holiday scrambling to get their 10K. It's always like the funniest mad dash. Everybody just calling in favors to everyone they know to get $10,000.
I think that's one of the most. I think that's one of the most outrageous things in the history of mankind. You cannot get cash in Las Vegas. You cannot.
Like at the ATM?
It's impossible. There's ATM limits, like at $1,000, sometimes $2,000, and their banks are scattered and closed. You cannot get cash.
Hold on. Why would they limit the ATM?
You can buy in with your debit card.
Your bank's limit usually, and if I guess
you can buy in. At least you can buy in without cash. You used to could only buy in with cash. Now you can buy in.
Put it this way: if you're in a pinch and have an ATM limit on your bank account, which I would assume a lot of people do, just like even unknowingly do, you cannot get cash in Las Vegas, especially on a weekend or a holiday. It was absurd, the hoops I was going through on July 4th to try to get $10K in cash that I had, I needed a Venmo or PayPal somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's a problem every year. I mean,
it was outrageous. I don't know. I don't know how that happens in Las Vegas, where you just can't get cash.
True. It's a big place to need cash.
Yeah.
And there's no banks like on the Strip. Like, you have to, Uber 20 minutes out off the Strip to go to, a Chase or
Is that what you did? You had to Uber that far?
Well, the banks were closed. I went on Twitter like a poor, asked if anybody had $10K in cash. Some stoolie had a roll. I just Venmoed him.
What?
Yeah.
That's
what you had to do.
That's standard in
It's a
poker
fair
world.
trade-off.
Oh, it's a great trade. No, it's just like a wild.
Marty, that's standard in poker world. Like, you just
tweeting out.
You don't think I asked everybody I knew if they
I
had
know
a
you
roll?
did.
Yeah.
But it's
but you
just
say
crazy
you
that-
just tweet have Venmo for cash. Can anybody help?
And I gave him I gave him a 0.5% of my World Series.
See, I was just
He would have made that. He would have made, it was a $50 investment for him.
I was just gonna say that amateur hour by the stoolie to not say I'll give you 10K in cash, but you got to, or I'll give you 10, but you got to give me back 10-200.
That would also
cost you 200.
Rico, I actually thought about that before. If you took 100, if you could theoretically have 100K cash out, so many people need money, you could make an easy couple K off Vig.
Maybe I'll go out there.
That would be
all that money I was supposed to pay in
How much do you win for the?
$10 million. So if I would have mint cash $15K, he would have gotten whatever 0.5% of that was.
I could also see
$75.
Somehow
$35
getting this 10K and then people staking them or whatever, and then you just somehow lose money winning the whole thing.
Oh no, that
like the plot of the producer.
I bet you that has happened before.
No. One dude got caught scamming the poker world where he sold so much action he oversold the main.
Yeah.
Trying to scam everyone and bust, and then he cashed for $100K, and he didn't have the money because he oversold, and it just blew up.
He's literally trying to lose. And
how do you let yourself win if you're scamming?
The way you gotta sell it is you sell the profits, and then you just don't take a profit.
Well, there are people that sell good players that sell. It's called markup. So you can sell 1.1 for every 1,000. So every $1,100 you put in, you get 1,000.
A lot of people for the main event, for example, will put up $3K or $3,500 for 50% of the action off sales because so many people buy. I also want to bring this up. Is anybody watching NBA Summer League?
A little bit.
I watched it last night. My bet. I think that should count, by the way, for my bets. Richard Jefferson was reffing the Knicks second quarter yesterday, and he hates the Knicks, and the Blazers won by 20 in the second quarter.
Why was he reffing?
It was like a celebrity ref.
He always wanted to do it. Kind of.
It was where he had a.
Seems like a liability.
Let him go.
There's a video that he got the call overturned. He didn't look right.
The first call he made, the other ref overturned it.
Yeah, and it was no. And then he forgot to put his hand up on the three.
Was he the lead or the trail?
I'm sure the trail. I don't know, though.
I was really bummed. I want to mention this Ev, because I know how much you love DJ Liddell, and I was pumped when the Pelicans got him second round, and then he went down with a non-contact knee injury. It kind of overshadowed everything I've seen in Summer League so far, and it didn't look good.
It's a shame. No, I really thought he was. I mean, yeah, I love the guy. I mean, he was a great Buckeye. I was disappointed that he fell in the draft, but I was glad that he went to like a good spot that I thought he was definitely gonna have a good chance to make the team, be able to get actually playing time. So I mean, I'm thinking about him. I hope he's all good. I hope he gets healed up and gets back. But I mean, it looked
like a season ender.
It looked pretty serious. That it's gonna be probably torn.
The guy. So do y'all remember when Trey Murphy came in here? He was up here for game time with them Rags. He's the Pelicans' first round pick. He had 30 in the Summer League game the other night. He was a good role player in the playoff run, making threes. I actually think he could become something.
Summer League.
No, but I mean, he was good during he really helped on the playoff.
Bro. Go watch Ben Simmons' first Summer League highlights.
You want to really turn me off?
You really want to be sad.
No, Kevin Knox. He was so good in the Summer League. He was a healthy scratch for his entire time on the Knicks.
And Simmons was doing fucking fadeaway threes, drilling them.
At least Ben Simmons could kind of play
awesome.
on like.
You know who's
Knox couldn't even get on the court in real league.
I think I saw one highlight. Is Wiseman having a good year or a good
Summer League?
Yeah, right.
He actually then could be good in the league for real. He's just so young.
I want to see how Baldwin's doing. I haven't watched a ton.
Wiseman was what?
No, Murray's
overall?
killing it. I know Keegan Murray's killing it.
Yeah, I mean, he's been going nuts. Ivy's been playing well too. I love
it. The Summer League's built for those guys though, to dominate.
Well, because they should like a guy like they're top 5 picks. I mean they're
but just straight up ballers.
How did the Kings let Ivy go to the Pistons? What was that?
Which I mean,
Kings
we'll
tradition.
See what Murray does. If Murray's good, I guess.
I think Murray's unbelievable. So
okay, I don't know. Y'all know more.
No, he's really good.
He is
But
very
I
good.
mean, Ivy's like a guy. You know?
Honestly,
he also lost to
Chet
St.
is the
Peter's.
guy. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the mistake that
I wouldn't
Chet
even-
should have went number 1.
Lost in the first round.
Yeah, well, their coaches are.
Did y'all see the market,
Like
the NBA
Jordan.
draft markets with everything was crazy with the Paulo stuff, like the way it all flipped, the gambling on it.
There was some guy that put.
Banchero was 16-1, like.
There was some guy that
hours
put like
before.
a massive bet on Jabari Smith to be number 3 at like crazy plus money. Like, I think he put like $4,000 on for something like 4,500.
Yeah,
It would be plus 3 at plus like 500 or maybe.
Somebody told me about, the NHL draft. Did you guys hear about this? The guy who was supposed to go 1 fell to 4, and it was like 120,000 or something like
saw
that.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Can you Zach, can you pull up Reegs' blog, latest one? Did you see like in a couple of years, like the NCAA tournament's not going to be the same? Like a lot of mid majors aren't going to be in it.
What do you mean? Just because the Power 5 stuff?
I
the conference.
Is this a Port Shorts account? I can't handle this today.
No. Reegs
The ball sack sports.
Yeah.
Reegs blogged it. Yeah, ball sacks.
What are they saying?
Wow, that's why I want to read it. I saw it and I was like kind of reading it while I was sitting here, but
You said the Knicks played the Blazers the other day too.
last night. Yeah.
Last night, yeah.
Luka in? How do you do?
I only watched. He wasn't in the second.
He's on their roster.
I hope he fucking kills it. To be honest.
What are they gonna do to the
For a
tournament?
second, I thought you were making a Doncic joke.
No.
Then I got it before I said anything. But
We don't joke about summer league.
I mean, I have it up right here. I mean, there it is. And just go down a little bit.
They're trying to make it Power 5. Like,
Yeah, like read that.
how? But that's like.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, people from D1 Council called me and said Sankey kind of talked down to us a little bit and made it look like the NCAA tournament may not look like the NCAA tournament a couple of years, meaning the little guys might not be involved anymore. I called a couple more guys in the committee who said they think they heard it wrong. All I'm saying is don't be surprised if there's a push from Greg Sankey and some of the other big boys.
Jesus.
Some other big boys do not include the usual. And that would be awful. That would be the worst thing to.
I mean, you talk about fucking.
I mean,
up
that
an
can't
event that the world loves. Like there are people who work in an office.
No way that happens.
Your aunt, grandma, nuns, like everyone is glued to the NCAA tournament for what it is. Like
But you also
this is an
do
offshoot.
know-
What it is this
not
is an
buying
offshoot
that.
if the SEC and Big Ten like leave the NCAA. Is what
Oh, you really think that's got legs?
I don't know. That's got to be what he's talking
I think
about,
it
though.
does.
That's
think we're
got to
I
be.
think we're
That's the only
trending
thing
that
that makes
way.
sense on this. They wouldn't get rid of the mid majors if they were all in the NCAA still. But what's happening with these super conference stuff, which I hadn't even gotten to get into yet because I was gone when all of it happened. You know, it's almost setting up to where the SEC and the Big Ten have more power than the NCAA, and we're getting to that point with the NIL that the G5 and the Power 5 aren't in the same playing field. And also, let's just say what it is. I mean, college basketball is a big moneymaker, but football drives it.
No. College basketball makes no decisions and has
Yeah.
no weight.
No,
in it.
football drives it.
That just
Definitely
got proved
drives it.
a million different times.
Yeah.
This,
Of course it does.
That's
NCAA
how it
tournament
goes.
is just like the most loved thing
No, I agree.
ever. And I
would go to say the
more of
college
a-
basketball coaches find out about the new football news like when we do. They're like, oh shit, we moved like they don't even consult with them.
Nothing.
It's
Was
the football guys, and
the
that's how it
SEC
goes.
about to have like 20 teams in it.
I missed.
Both of
I
them.
know that this is really bringing up something, but I wasn't here during all this breakdown. The USC UCLA thing. I can't say I was totally shocked. The Pac-12's been so freaking dysfunctional for a while. They kind of earned this. They lagged behind. They screwed up their TV rights deals. That Larry Scott, who used to be their commissioner, just totally blew everything up. What's crazy, though, so now Washington and Oregon are trying to sneak in the Big Ten, which I get because they both have brands and stuff. Poor Washington State and Oregon State. They're going to freaking end up in the Mountain West or something? That's brutal.
Or I guess like the Big 12 maybe, but
Stanford and Cal. But no, the Big 12's going after Arizona, Utah, Colorado, the big state schools in Arizona State, like the state schools that have fans and brands, and I get that. But like Cal, Stanford, Oregon State, Washington State, I mean,
I just
crap.
think I think Brandon said it to you the other day. Like college football is now kind of unrecognizable.
it's just gotten to where the
And
top
I get
teams
it.
have,
Like,
it's
go,
just,
go make your money, and these guys have to make their money and have to deliver on ticket sales and TV rights and everything. But, like, man, USC against Northwestern as a conference.
Oh, USC Rutgers, baby, 11 a.m. in
You know what I mean?
Piscataway.
Like, come on.
no, I hear
You
it.
mean to tell me it's not always been about the education and the athletes?
No. I'm not a holy roller like that. I'm just saying, like, USC in the Big Ten. Like, come on. I never thought I would see like.
See,
sorry.
but I don't think that's
Good gambling opportunity.
I don't
They're
think
playing
that's
the 11
the-
a.m. East
Yeah.
Coast or they're asleep.
like I don't think that's what really matters. I think it's more the trending of like going to like legit no NCAA anymore. Which there's part of me like
I think that's coming.
I hate the NCAA as an organization. So there's like part of it that I like, but that I think is what truly makes like college football unrecognizable. I don't think it's USC being in the Big Ten. I think it's the whole thing just going to bits.
Yeah.
No more like the mid majors of college basketball being gone. Like that just totally.
Well, I know they don't give a shit. The football
all
people
that,
don't
like,
give a
just
shit.
totally-
But it affects all other sports. Like Syracuse not being in the Big East to me is still like you forget they're in the eighth.
I get it.
They're a Big East school. West Virginia was a Big.
Maryland being in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
still
Maryland not being in the
nuts to
ACC.
me,
Like
yeah.
Yeah,
now don't get me wrong. Like what's gonna make the decisions? I get it. Football. That's how it works. But it affects basketball. It affects. It's tough.
You know what I always said? Like I was kidding a little bit, but like the mid majors, like I don't really watch them unless it's like a day game. Like it's more like NCAA is becoming professional leagues where it's like no one wants to watch the minor leagues anymore. Don't watch the minors. They're watching the fucking major leagues and the NFL instead of bullshit leagues where it's like they just want the Power 5 conferences to be like the only thing that people are going to want to watch.
No, and the offshoot of that is, look, I know we bring this up all the time. They got to get a G5 playoff. They're not on the same playing field at all. Like, every year, a G5 team goes undefeated and makes the BCS Bowl, and it gets hyped up, but nobody even really cares that much about it. I hate to sound like that, but like you're playing a team that didn't make the playoffs that half the people are sitting out. They've got to make it to where there's a freaking 8-team or 4-team playoff, the G5, and people would watch the shit out of it, and it would give them a chance to compete for a national championship. It's just this whole, like, acting that everybody's in the NCAA together. It's just
I think it would make the bowls interesting too. Like that, you make those
the bowls back.
quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Like the Memphis Bowl is. Hey, it's the Sun Belt winner against the AAC.
Yeah, you have the
like,
MAC
all
winner,
right.
the CUSA
Yeah,
winner,
exactly,
the
like-
American winner, the Sun Belt winner, the Mountain
Yeah.
West winner, whatever. They got to do that. It's stupid that they have.
They've done, I feel like, not to that extent, but they've done, I feel like, a little bit of that with pairing. Like, I know, like, they've done, like a couple, like, they did, like, the MAC champion play, like, the Mountain West champion. But it's, like, it's not.
rarity, though.
It's not
a
what you're saying. I
guarantee.
hear
Yeah.
you.
They have all these ties.
I
It's like.
I agree with you, Mitzi, 100%. I guess this is just me, like, playing a devil's advocate. The only thing I guess they could do with the extended playoff would be, like, an auto bid for, like, the best group of 5 team. I don't know if that would even fly. But I guess that would be my only, like,
Well, the other thing I
other
think
way
too
around
is
it.
then
But I agree there should be a G5.
you start to get the schedules going where USC and Alabama aren't playing Bowling Green and an FCS team. Like they're going to play non-conference game against Colorado, who's at the bottom of the Pac-12, and then the group of 5 teams can play strong group of 5 games. Like you'll see App State go play, Houston in a home and home. You know,
Yeah, no,
because that helps. Hey, if we do go 11-1 and somehow don't win the Sun Belt, maybe we get an at-large in the group of 5. Like, that's their comparison. You know what I mean? You won't get kind of waste of. Now, the App State over Michigan is obviously a great upset, and those upsets are like great. But the way it's going, like, let it be the A flight and let it be the B.
Yeah,
flight.
exactly.
And let's just
quit
call it what it is.
Pretending they're
It's college football, whether you like it or not, is the only sport in the NCAA that not every team has a shot. Let's just face it.
Yeah.
Not every team.
You're not going to see the 64
know,
team
yeah,
like
and you
Ole
could-
Miss just get in.
Yeah, we say it all the time. Like, Ole Miss, there you go. Like, St. Peter's. Like, did St. Peter's have a shot to win the NCAA tournament? I would have said fucking hell no. But they got to be one of the 8. Like, they truthfully had a shot. It's going to shake out the way it is. Teams in the MAC don't have a shot to make the college football playoff. It's just the way it goes.
So SEC, there's rumors with North Carolina. Who else in the ACC? Clemson,
It was
Florida State,
Clemson, Miami, Florida State.
Miami, Florida State.
Virginia.
Virginia got. I don't know. The core 3 it seemed like was the Florida State, Clemson, and Miami.
North Carolina would be pretty tight for the SEC too.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah, but then
you say about like football, like, obviously it drives it, so it doesn't care. But like, is Duke gonna be like in basketball gonna be in like?
Well, that's what we're talking about. Duke Carolina is not a conference. Like, how are they going to do? You're going to agree to play home and home every year? I don't see that happening.
Not twice.
broke
They
up
probably
Texas
played
Tech.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
once.
those ticket ticket holders are being like, hey, your game where you guaranteed to have a Carolina game, that's being alternated every year. It's like, well,
It's just
that's
so
tough
weird
sell.
to think about. Where it's like,
Yeah, well, it's everything we've known our whole lives is just
Yes.
like means nothing anymore.
It's
It
not-
makes your brain want to explode.
It's a dark alley.
Yeah. Did we hire everyone from Barstool Idol? Like, was there a reason for the
Clemmer's in.
competition? The competition was just everyone got hired. I'm happy for Clemmer because I love Clemmer. You don't like Clemmer?
He's all right.
Oh.
I met Caroline sitting across from me in there. I met her.
John Rich said so. I mean, we just hired. I mean, good for everyone got hired. I thought Clemmer was great.
Did y'all
John
see
Rich,
the
by the
hire
way,
yesterday
leading the
too?
show.
What's up?
Did y'all see the hire from was that a UFC? The new hire on Twitter yesterday?
Josh Prey.
Yeah, Josh Prey.
Oh, I did see that.
He's
Yeah.
good with his mom. Hilarious.
Yeah, it was
Oh, that's funny. Is he a UFC guy?
I don't think so. I didn't.
Okay. I know he's a Florida Gator.
His video got hired on was like talking about Patty.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't.
I think there's some UFC stuff.
There might be. I don't know. I didn't look. I just saw a few videos. I thought it was very funny.
Hey, welcome over, man. I'm glad to get having a Florida Gator fan in here will be good. I mean, another.
Yeah, we've only got one SEC guy, so
It's true.
or 2. I guess you and Big T.
Yeah.
Big T didn't know Steve Spurrier was an SEC coach.
What?
Really?
I might have just made that up.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say.
I was
I
like,
don't know how any
that's
Tennessee.
slander.
I don't know how any
And the
Tennessee
funny thing
fan
is,
could know that because the citrus. You can't spell citrus
if
without
he heard
UT.
you say that, he'd be so mad.
I've used it against him before.
So
and he's
mad.
gotten like
You can't spell citrus without UT.
he's been very off the wall when it comes to that sort of stuff in the past. So I apologize.
I know
for that.
Steve Spurrier is Smitty.
Yeah. I was gonna be like, that's bad.
The old ball coach.
They got to bring back those golf shirts he used to wear.
Like,
in Florida.
yeah.
Rico, do you want to bring back the win total win? I guess tomorrow.
yeah.
Everybody's got putt golf tomorrow except for me. I think.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Not great.
Also, hey, make sure if y'all don't mind, text it.
We were like July 13th, July 13th, win total Wednesday, and now it's
Oh, you said it was supposed to be.
Oh, yeah.
You're supposed to start tomorrow.
Yeah.
Regardless,
I
of
even
blog
said it yesterday. I
I'll
forgot
definitely
about it.
blog it.
Make sure y'all send in. So the open I don't know if you call it the British Open anymore. The Open Championships this weekend.
British Open.
Yeah,
All the
British Open. Whatever the hell you want to call it.
You live in the
Send in some
the
pics.
United States of
Send-
America.
Send some pics in because we're going to talk about that a lot.
You don't like it? Get the fuck out.
It tees off at like 5 a.m. our
You
time.
metaphorically, not you.
Yeah,
Vince.
of course.
I like you.
Yeah.
You metaphorically.
No, but I send in some pics. We're talking about that tomorrow. Did y'all see the Department of Justice allegedly looking into the PGA stuff? Did y'all see that blog last night?
Oh, like the being non-competitive
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I guess
I just saw the headline. I didn't look into the details.
Hanks
of it.
wrote it.
The nitty gritty.
Interesting.
Because monopolies, like that's what the government should close in on.
We got none of those in the fucking United States.
Nowhere else, just PGA. Exercise that right.
Here's Glenny.
Jesus Christ, Glenny.
What's going on?
TJ will figure it out.
Are you good at putt?
I'm okay.
I'm gonna try and I'm trying to win this thing.
I'm concerned because this is obviously nobody's home course, but I think a couple people might have been there before, specifically last night, walking it.
Ooh.
No, I'm just throwing
Is there side bets going on already?
throwing it out there.
When do we get announced? It's a big call it today, right?
Like it's gonna be interesting to see who brings their own
It's
putters
teams too, right?
It's like groups
Yeah,
it's groups.
that I'm
Yeah,
Very
I putted well yesterday.
You see, I mean, you've been practicing.
No, I mean real putting. But let me tell you something. Big Tone is a hitter. The man can hit the ball.
You guys didn't film anything?
A few things here and there. You
I
going?
just want to hear about the side action. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
I'm
used
going.
to.
I don't
I
think-
always used to dump money gambling on
invited.
putt, and I sucked at it. But I always enjoyed losing.
Yeah, we could have some side
I
action.
think I'm invited.
I will take any side action out there.
Okay.
I shot a 40, or I shot a 34 at Pirate Island.
Yeah, we hear about this every fucking
Name was on the whiteboard all summer.
Memorial Day. Like it's
I need
his
to-
Pledge of Allegiance and Smitty saying what he
Name
shot.
was
at
on a
some
whiteboard all summer.
yeah.
Hey, I used to hustle
Oh yeah.
Barstool back in 2011, 2012. Anybody on the 7 Mile Island or Sea Isle, Wildwood, anybody who wanted to dance with the devil by a pale moonlight, hit me up.
All
Are you
right.
guys coming
True.
here at 5:30 in the morning?
No.
I'm not either.
First time
Wait, that's
What are you doing?
I'm going. I'm gonna either
Stay
stay
at
at
your
my
brothers?
or Glenny's and drive.
Oh, you're supposed to leave at 5? Wow.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
Supposed to be 4:30.
Long Island is 5 hours from everything.
It's Hampton's
It's
worse.
unbelievable.
Very far
Long
from-
Island's the worst, low key.
Worst.
I'm sorry, it kind
'Cause I
of.
was thinking about driving from Philly. It's 5.5 hours.
I got to go there twice this week.
Yeah, it's way too.
We need to get to our picks for the day.
My I'm sorry, but
No, you're-
my train from from here to Philly, and my train from here to my old house, Philly was quicker. That's how long. Obviously, Long
They
Island.
call it Long Island for a reason, huh?
Crazy.
Hamptons is the fucking very end.
Rico, you are struggling in baseball, huh?
Yeah. I was good,
Besides
really good
Tuesday,
last
Thursday
year.
mornings.
I saw the board.
Give out good. I should just limit. I need to just go back to a part-time deal and just do Tuesdays and Thursdays.
You do because hot ice.
It's the week. You know what it is? It's the weekends that fucking kill you too. Sometimes, like
Yeah.
This is always a weird month just because there's it's just nothing but pro baseball.
Well, like I said, I think it's gonna be, it's gonna be entertaining. But yeah, I've been doing great.
All right, well let's. We got Elv. You're back in first. There you go. Let's see.
+1.
Well,
Hey man.
technically, John Rich would be in first if he was on the show.
So what's going on with I don't understand the inside joke because I'm always out on it. What's the thing with him and the tiny units versus the record?
He's trying to win Pick Central this
Yeah,
month
but why
by
did-
any
why-
means necessary.
So it's what does he bet?
He's betting minus 800s every day, essentially.
Last night, I think he had Spencer Torkelson to not homer minus
Minus
1,000.
1,000.
Okay, so that's what it is. I thought he was just
Risking
betting
one
0.1 units on
Risking
everything.
1 unit to win 0.1 unit.
Okay.
But he
And
can.
I mean,
he is winning the show so
He's
far.
10-0.
so.
He is. Yeah, he is.
he's gonna go 31-0 this month. Watch.
Plus 4
Beat
units.
us
He's gonna
all.
win.
Plus 4 years.
He's gonna
Yeah.
win.
Beat us all.
Okay. I just didn't get. Okay.
And then the second we all try it, August 1st, that's when we're down 10 units.
Ev, what you got today?
All right, so I have all right, so I'm on the Astros money line. I'm on the Mariners money line, and tonight I'm on the Diamondbacks Giants over 8. And for the day action, I didn't send this to TJ earlier. I was still in the lab a little bit. I'm taking the Guardians with Bieber on the mound. I'm laying big juice, but the White Sox stink right now. Guardians are minus 160. That starts in 20 minutes. Guardians money line.
Hit parade too.
In the hit parade. Boom.
All right. I guess I'm up next. I'm not even honestly sure. I got the Yankees by a run and a half. I've got the White Sox in game 2 by a run and a half. I got the Royals minus 118, and I've got the over in the Padres Rockies in Coors. Why not?
I didn't know minus 1.5 Yankees was that juiced.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah. It's big juice.
I think they're like
Might be making a sucker.
310 on the money line.
Oh, I did the same thing. Yeah, it's not a sucker. It's a win. That's the thing. They win. It's like, remember, I want that clip still when Rico's like, that's not going to work out betting the Yankees every day. It does.
Marty, what you got?
I got the White Sox game 1, Yankees minus 1.5, Mariners, Braves minus 1.5, Brewers, Orioles, Astros, and I got the Wings plus 8 and the Aces minus 7. I feel good about today. Great about today.
I like the confidence.
Smitty, you got any?
Yeah, I got Yankees minus 1.5, Garrett Cole over K's, Guardians, juice bag, City, Giants minus 1.5. And I really, really, really like this parlay. All 3 teams coming off a loss. Giants facing Keuchel at home, Yankees facing the Reds at home, Braves after Scherzer last night. I like that parlay a lot.
I like it too.
Plus 196. Okay. And Rico, what you got?
Mariners minus 1.5 is plus 140. Fade the Nats. They stink. Mariners been pretty hot. The hit parade and the Astros money line. I think that Astros money line is mispriced, I'll be honest. They've played in Syndergaard. I know they're on the road. Astros are really good. Just give me the Astros minus 125.
Yeah, I
to
took
Ev's point, the Astros own the fucking Angels.
It's bad.
I took the Astros too, but like the Angels are horrible.
Awful.
Astros lose.
Well, the Astros are throwing a guy who's not great.
yeah,
Down in
and
the
also the
rotation.
Astros lose very quizzical
Syndergaard's
games.
Syndergaard's fucking not the best.
They're talking about
He's doing pretty.
Syndergaard being
decent
on
this year.
the trading. They're talking about Syndergaard being on the trading block.
Yeah,
He's probably like it's not a terrible like add a fourth guy.
watch him be a Yankee.
But it's just crazy. He went and, he was like a big sign for the Angels, and he's already back on the move.
Yeah, they fucking suck, man. I'm telling you, I watched that game against the Orioles. It was error, pass ball, run, balk. I turned the TV off. It was horrible.
But it's the balk that gets you.
Balk really got me upset. Like the second pass ball was getting me on the edge, and then the balk, I fucking lost my mind.
You're betting against the team, or you're betting with the team, and they balk. Oh,
It's
baby.
brutal.
Just start,
baby.
just start getting that on the fucking on the book. Talk to Westy. No bulk prop minus 25,000, and let John Rich bet that.
Fucking, I couldn't.
It wouldn't
believe
be.
balked.
What would it be?
Dude, look at
How often do balks happen? What, once a week in the majors?
I'd say less than
average?
that, man.
Well, yeah. Thanks as always, TJ, our crew, do a bang-up job daily. Good to see all you boys. Tomorrow, I believe y'all are all out for the mini golf. I'm going to be taking calls. I've got some guests lined up. We're going to break down the Open Championship odds. We're going to get real heavy into the football preview with the win totals, Rico, all that. Maybe we'll do it Thursday. This year.
Yeah, that works.
Like, since we were supposed to do it Wednesday, we'll do the win totals Thursday. Going to get the football previewing going. And stay tuned. The Yak is up next.